VMware comes at this from the other direction. You got 500,000 customers, and they're looking to build a hybridicity into their environment. I mean, a VMware Cloud on AWS is a great example, but they want to bring, as you were describing before, that cloud-like experience to their respective operating models. What lessons can you share with us in terms of what you've learned in this regard?
Yeah, sure. So there's two big obstacles. If I'm a traditional enterprise customer and I'm looking to cloudify my infrastructure, the first is, for 20 years, we're building that infrastructure out of dedicated magic boxes: firewall, load balancer, IPS, sandbox. Right? So you would have this kind of stack of gear that you would choose from your particular vendor of choice and pull together your data center build. And all of those boxes have APIs. The problem is those APIs are at a lower level. And so when we talk about the agility that we're driving for, we want an API that is at a high level and has the ability to express an intent, right? I want a simple API that would say, I want to launch an app with a web server that talks to the app server, talks to the database, click. Literally something as simple as that. Very, very difficult to transpose that onto existing infrastructure. So we got to think differently. We got to think about software, not hardware. No more dedicated appliances, no more custom this or that or the other thing. Intel continues to just astound the world with the ability to process encrypted traffic, network traffic, et cetera. And so we can do everything on x86 that you could do in a dedicated black box. But the larger issue actually is not the tech. It's what I call the layer 8 problem. And that is, you had people associated with those black boxes. I'm the firewall guy. I'm the load balancer guy, right? Each one of them developed a very deep and very meaningful center of excellence and expertise. But you had, really by definition, siloed centers of excellence that would work together to deliver a data center. And people resist change, right? Because they're like, wait a second, I spent 20 years getting my CCIE. And so what does this mean to me? Like software networking, where's the CLI? That's the biggest challenge that we see. And so, one of the things I like about the work that we're doing with NETSCOUT is that we can take tools and telemetry that are familiar to that team, that are proven, that are reliable. You understand how to maximize the value out of them, and we can make them relevant in this cloud, software-defined, fully automated world.